The sign from mile 27 shouldn't have been there. I drive that highway twice a month. Same route, same stretch of forest cutting through the mountains. There are no exits between mile 19 and mile 41. But that night, just after 1:36 a.m., my headlights caught a green reflective sign that read, "Picnic area, 1 mile." Seth slowed down. I don't remember deciding to take the exit, but I did. A road curved sharply off the highway, narrower than it should have been. No streetlights, just trees leaning inward, like they were closing behind me. My GPS lost signal almost immediately. No bars, no map, just a blank gray screen. The picnic area appeared suddenly. 3 wooden tables, a rusted grill, a small concrete restroom building. No cars, no lights. But it didn't feel abandoned. It felt paused, like something had been happening there minutes before I arrived. I turned off the engine, and the silence wasn't natural. No insects, no wind, no distant highway hum. Then, my car radio turned on, by itself. Static filled the car, and underneath it, a faint voice. "Don't get out." The signal cut. Silence again. I should have left. Instead, I opened the door. The air smelled damp, but underneath that, something metallic, like old coins pressed into wet soil. I walked toward the nearest table, gravel crunching too loudly beneath my shoes. There were scratches carved into the wood, names, dates, layered over each other. One stood out, fresh, still splintered, today's date, and beneath it, my name. The restroom door creaked open behind me, slowly. Sex, I hadn't heard it unlock. I hadn't seen anyone go in. The door just opened, 6 inches. I raised my flashlight. The beam didn't travel far. It felt absorbed, like the darkness inside wasn't empty. Something shifted, low, near the floor, pulling itself backward, away from the light. A thick drop of something dark rolled from the doorway, toward my shoe. The restroom door slammed shut. The echo felt too deep, too large for that small concrete room. When I turned around, the picnic tables were perfectly aligned, centered, like no one had ever touched them. My car headlights flickered and died. Then they flared back on, brighter than before. At the far end of the clearing, there was a 4th picnic table. There hadn't been a 4th one. Someone was sitting at it, facing away from me, arms hanging too long past the bench, head tilted slightly, waiting. It didn't move, not at first. Then the head rotated, not the body, just the head, turning too far, too smoothly. There was no face, just a pale surface, blank. Then the surface began to indent, eye sockets forming, a mouth pressing inward, nostrils shaping. It wasn't random, it was copying. My jawline, my nose, the scar above my eyebrow. The engine roared to life suddenly, the headlights flared, and the 4th table was gone. I sped toward the exit. Branches scraped the sides of the car. The highway burst into view. Streetlights, normal sound. I didn't stop driving for miles. When I finally looked into the rear view mirror, I wasn't alone. Something sat in the back seat, wearing my face. The eyes were wrong, too deep, too empty. It was smiling, not wide, just slightly. I whipped around. The seat was empty. When I looked forward again, the road sign ahead read, Mile 27. I had been driving for over an hour, and I was back where I started. Ahead of me, the green sign flickered into view. Picnic area, 1 mile. The radio turned on, clear this time. Don't stop this time. But the steering wheel felt heavier, like something else had hands on it. The blinker turned on by itself, and in the rear view mirror, my reflection smiled before I did.